All right, what's up, everybody? I am pumped about this one. We have a special Jazz Mountain for you once again here on the show, and this one is going to take us back to the roots. It's going to be called Jazz Mountain's Straight Jazz No Chaser, and it's going to be straight jazz all the way, kind of true to the name of the show, you know? And to my left here is my good buddy, Greg Goldman, who has appeared on the show before in our very first Jazz Mountain's Artist Hangout Spotlight. That show crushed. He's back for more, so welcome back to the Jam Cave studio, my friend.
Thank you so much, man. It's great to be back.
Greg is my jazz buddy, basically. We're friends and we work out together. And the funny thing is, we kind of listen to jazz when we work out. And most people listen to like rap or like, you know, Beyonce or like AC/DC or something. But we're always raging like Miles Davis or like some like Raj Mahal or like, you know, Freddie Hubbard, all sorts of stuff. And so we thought this would be a fun thing to do together for this show for y'all, just because Greg's got great taste in jazz. And actually, I think we really like each other's taste. So it's going to be a fun time to collaborate on this one.
I will say that nobody has been able to nail my taste in jazz quite like this man right here.
And likewise, man. So let's do this thing. And it's going to be some fun times. And I guess what we're going to do is the old roulette game where I choose a song and Greg chooses a song. Or it depends if Greg wins the rock, paper, scissors, because that's how we're going to start. What do you think about that?
Sounds good to me, man.
The other rule I guess we agreed on is no repeat artists in terms of being headliners.
Right, the band leader, yeah. Yeah, because, we could say no repeat artists totally, but like then, you know, half of the stuff would have to be eliminated because Wayne Shorter plays on every track of the 60s.
I know, and Lee Morgan too, and like some of the drummers are on like everybody's albums too, like Tony Williams is on so many, Elvin Jones is on a lot.
Right, yeah.
It's kind of like incestuous, but not in a weird way. It's like in a good way, like, you know, it's like, I think it's kind of like sports, for example. There's like the pros, right? And like the pros are the best and they know it and they know who each other are. And therefore they're like recruiting the same kind of people because it's just the best musicianship around. So
yeah, I guess, or you could figure movies are kind of like that where like you see the same actors popping up all the time during a given time period because, you know, they're the elite. They're the ones who know their craft the best at that time period.
Great analogy for sure. And the first task at hand is to play a little rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. And whoever wins this goes first now. But like most Jazz Mountain shows, it's a two-set kind of thing. So whoever wins this one will defer to the second person for the second set openers. So,
okay.
Yeah,
cool.
So on shoot,
all right.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh.
Greg opens it up, baby.
Okay, well, we're going to start off with the earliest track I picked. I want to do some Charlie Parker, Bird, and we're going to do Ornithology.
So we're starting it kind of where it all began, really.
That's right.
This was bebop, right? Mm-hmm. This era was bebop.
Yep. And Charlie Parker really popularized, you know, the hard bop movement, I think. I mean, he really would be the founder of that movement if you really had to ask somebody.
And he also kind of created a new way of playing, right? The way he played scales and stuff, no one had really ever done before, as I understand.
He experimented more than people who came before him, and his sheer virtuosity was something to behold. He could just run up and down the scales like crazy, better than almost anybody out there.
And a very interesting character, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, and in fact, there's a pretty decent biography movie of him starring Forrest Whitaker, if anybody ever wants to go find that and watch it. I think it's just called Bird.
It's called Bird. I watched it a couple months ago because you recommended it to me. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. He was a very, like, kind of tortured soul in a way. Yeah. Kind of like how a lot of artists are. They're such geniuses, but they have some kind of problem. And his was probably drugs and maybe mental health, you know, both together. Yeah. You know, he was a very big heroin addict and can never quite kick it. And just, there's a couple of crazy stories that Miles tells about him in that great book, Miles by Miles. If you ever are wanting to get more into this kind of thing, read that book because he gives some really interesting insight into Bird. But apparently everybody loved him, though. He was like a cool dude. He just had his demons, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got to imagine that it would be hard to be as talented as he is and not have some demons. But one of the cool things about some of these early tracks is the people who play on them, too, because, like, pretty frequently alongside Bird, you'd have Dizzy Gillespie, and he went on to have a really prolific career himself, obviously. And then oftentimes Max Roach in the background, right? And
Hell yeah.
You got some real talent on these recordings.
So without further ado, we're going to play, what's the song called again here, Greg?
So this is Ornithology.
All right, let's rage. Hard bop started with Charlie Parker, basically. So great way to start. Great call by Greg. And we looked up the lineup while listening to the song, and it blew our minds.
Yeah, I for sure thought this was one of the tracks that had Dizzy Gillespie on it. But in fact, the trumpet player was Miles Davis.
My main man.
Yeah. So.
And then we know none of the rest of the people.
Right. The bass, the drums, the piano, no idea.
Which is really cool because jazz is one of those genres where, like, there's so many good artists that aren't famous.
There are incredible players out there, and so many of them go completely unrecognized.
Most of them do.
Yeah.
And, like, even to this day, people who go to Juilliard or NYU or, like, Berkeley and play jazz, like, they never make any money or get any notoriety.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Totally sad.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny, but we're giving them a voice tonight. We're bringing life to the genre tonight, and that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, so I guess it's DJ Benzen's turn.
Woohoo!
And let's see. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with the title track of the name of the show for this next one. Seems like a good transition out of that early jazz from Charlie Parker into some straight-ahead jazz that's got a little bit of a weird element to it because Thelonious Monk always has a little bit of an
He's quirky.
Yeah, quirky.
He's quirky, man.
That's a great word, quirky. So we're going to play the song Straight Jazz, No Chaser.
Straight No Chaser. Yeah, let's do it.
No, Straight No Chaser, not Straight Jazz, No Chaser. That's the name of the show, Ben. Okay. That's what he meant to say, I think, you know. Anyway, so here comes some Thelonious Monk from 1967, believe it or not. Kind of later.
Yeah, but still pretty traditional setup. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's check this one out. right. Thanks to Monk and the boys for that one. Love that sax player. That's a pretty interesting way of playing the instrument, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, he's definitely got a pretty unique style, but I don't know this guy.
Charlie Rouse?
Yeah.
Tenor sax? I don't know. I also don't know anyone in this band. Larry Gales on the bass and Ben Riley on the drums, but they sound awesome.
They do sound amazing.
And that's a classic album, by the way, too. Every song on there is good, and it's that disjointed, lurching sound that Greg said. It's Thelonious Monk, and he's very unique, and
He is.
happy to hear him on the show. So, we are continuing the journey here on Jazz Mountain. Thanks for listening, guys. It's straight jazz, no chaser. Some more straight jazz coming from my main man, Greg. What you got, buddy?
All right, so for my next pick, I got to do something that you should have done a long time ago. I mean, you called the show Jazz Mountain. And then, what are we, episode 9?
More than that. There's like almost 20 of them now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're almost 20 episodes in, and you have never once played John Coltrane. That is insane to me.
I've been like, it's like so precious to me that I can't just throw them into a haphazard set. It's got to be like this thing that's like John Coltrane only or something. I don't know.
Well, I have to pop that cherry, buddy.
Yes,
I
let's
gotta
do
do
it.
it. I gotta do
Perfect
it.
time on the Jazz Only show, man.
Okay,
Fuck
yes,
yeah.
yes. All right. So, I mean, it is really, really hard to choose the right first John Coltrane recording. So I'm not going to try to choose the best one. I'm just going to try to choose one that's amazing. And that's got to be his version of Impressions that is off of the, like, extended cut of the Village Vanguard show. It is pretty sick, and it's pretty standard John Coltrane, and it's got a great lineup. He's got Elvin Jones. He's got Jimmy Garrison on the bass. He's got McCoy Tyner. So
That's
I mean,
it, yeah.
that's a great quartet right there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I love McCoy Tyner. He's insane.
I mean, he plays on so much stuff throughout this era of jazz, and he is always so great, and he's always so recognizable. Just
Yes.
like that Thelonious that you were just playing.
Yeah.
You hear McCoy Tyner, and you're like, oh,
You know, so technically the piano is a percussion instrument, right?
correct, yes,
I
because
feel
it's
like-
hammers hitting strings.
Yes. I feel like he's like another drummer on the keys. When he solos, it's different because he goes all over the place.
no, I
But like,
agree,
But like
I
his
agree.
his comps or whatever you call them, like the
Yeah.
fills he has, it's like so rhythmic and like just like it makes me like bang my head when he plays like
Oh,
on
for
any
sure.
track. He's insane.
Yeah, he has those like stabbing chords that
Yeah.
he uses all the time that are just so specific to his style.
Absolutely. So we're gonna play some John Coltrane.
Yes.
Popping that cherry. Sorry, John. By the way, and he's probably pissed right
Forward
now.
out to him.
But maybe we're just gonna go on a Coltrane kick from now on. Like once like the blood's been drawn, so to speak, we're just gonna.
We've broken the seal. Now
probably-
you're going to be Coltraneing all over the place.
I'm gonna probably play way too much Coltrane now. Without further ado, let's play another one here on Jazz Mountain.
man. They were just going on that track.
Took me to another planet. I have no idea what happened for the last 14 minutes.
It's so insane. It's so insane. And I don't know if you noticed, but McCoy Tyner, piano player, lays off during pretty much the entire solo section. It's just a trio. It's just Coltrane, Jimmy Garrison, and Elvin.
Why do you think he did that?
I don't know. I think it's probably he was just like, we're going to create a mood here or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I could imagine that maybe Wayne Shorter was like, you know what? They're doing their thing. I'm just going to chill. Or I could see Coltrane being like, hey man, just lay off this part. You know, it could go either way.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it sounds great because you get kind of a trio vibe and a quartet vibe.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And once they get into the trio vibe, I mean, it just opens up so much space for the three of them to go insane.
And we'll hear some Tony Williams later, maybe on a couple of tracks. He's Miles Davis's second quintet's drummer.
Right. We've played him before
the
Artist Spotlight one, yeah.
And then Elvin Jones is the drummer on that track we played before on a couple tracks too. So we were saying that like they're probably both of our two favorite jazz drummers, right? Would you?
Yeah, I mean,
there's a couple other ones, and like Art Blakey and Buddy Rich,
Max Roach, right? Yeah, but I would say for me it's Elvin Jones. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, me too. Okay, so we said that Tony Williams probably has a little more skill. Maybe he's a little more creative.
He's got chops, man.
Maybe a little more chops. But what I was saying was that Elvin Jones has like insane chops. But he also has like a John Bonham like root to him, where he's just like smashing the drums.
He's thunderous, yeah.
Thunderous, yes.
I agree. I mean, it's like cacophonous almost, you know? Like a lot of times it sounds like he's just throwing his drums down the stairs, but it sounds amazing.
Have you ever seen him play live when it's cold outside? He's just sweating so much, like Michael Jordan sweating. And the steam coming off his head makes him look like a demon god.
That's
lord.
Right.
It's
There's
insane.
That recording of that. Yeah.
I think I gave Greg the DVD as the first present I ever gave him for Christmas in like 2018 or something.
I should have known right there and then that you were the man.
Do we used to become best friends?
Exactly.
All right. So I was also saying before how I don't know how to follow John Coltrane. So the only way I know how to follow John Coltrane was with like the number one Lee Money song I wanted to play. So let's hit some Lee Morgan.
Yeah.
And we're finally playing a vinyl.
Woohoo!
This is track 1, side 1 on Infinity, which actually just came out. It's like a posthumously released album. So
Nice. Okay.
Let's rage. All right, Lee Money and the boys on that one. The lineup is the main man, Lee Morgan on the trumpet, Jackie McLean on the alto sax, Larry Willis on piano, actually. Not a super popular jazz guy, but clearly has the chops to play with the best.
For sure.
And then you got the Reggie Workman bass thing happening, John Coltrane's favorite bass player. And then Lee Morgan's favorite drummer is definitely Billy Higgins, and that's the drummer on that track. So pretty hot.
He takes a little solo at the end there and does some rapid fire kick drum moves that, I mean, I'm doubting he had 2 kick drums. So whatever he was doing with his right foot was pretty much inhuman.
Like alien kind of shit.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. These guys are aliens, by the way. They're insane. So, yeah, Greg, what do you got up next, man? It's your pick, dude.
All right, so I'm figuring let's switch it up from horn players to a guitar player. Let's go to Wes Montgomery.
Let's do it on Jazz Mountain. Thanks for listening, guys.
So there's Wes Montgomery, just tearing it up. He's such a unique guitar player, so cool.
He plays octaves.
Yeah. He plays a lot of solos where the melody of the solo is being played as two notes, octaves that are being played together, and it just seems really hard to me to do that. But he does it with such virtuosity; it's incredible.
There's that one moment in the beginning of the song where he has that little riff on it that's so like
just
funky
me.
and just
slays me. Yeah,
and like it's like either like playing trombone or
like slide guitar.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Like there's big movements of like your forearm and hand, like
you
up and down the
your
neck.
Arms so much to do that,
and it's so subtle because there's a big movement. I'm a personal trainer. I know how muscles work. Like it's hard to like accelerate and decelerate so fast to like that one spot. You know.
Well, apparently Wes Montgomery can do it. So.
But it's interesting because he did not start playing guitar until he was 19 years old. Isn't that nuts?
19. That is so late in life to start an instrument like that and then become so incredible at it.
I know. I tried playing guitar when I was like 15 back in high school, and I sucked ass because I was too old. And I can't imagine like trying to pick it up even later when I was like in college. There's no way.
I mean, I guess you just have to be so naturally talented at it that as soon as you pick it up, it just goes. You're just amazing at it.
He's a virtuoso.
He is.
For sure. All right, guys. So we have one more song for the set here, and we're going to play some Freddie Hubbard.
Oh, good choice.
Off the album Backlash. And this is maybe the most borderline not straight jazz we're going to play for the night because it's so rockin'. It's just like rock jazz, but it's still straight jazz. So
Hubbard knows how to make things swing hard.
Yes, this song wails. One more, guys. Thanks for listening. right, rocking out with some Freddie Hubbard to end the set. That was pretty fun. Stay tuned for more fun in set 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to jamming some more stuff with you.
Little break in the action, get some water, rest, hydrate, and join us for more jams coming up here in just a sec.
See you set 2.